Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Erickson TV. Curtis here with Lauren. Hello Lauren.
Hey Curtis, hey everybody.
Hey Lauren, this is from USA Today, a recent article in the retirement section, and it was a recent Harris poll that surveyed and determined that 64% of Americans do not have a will. And of those 64% without a will, about 27% said there isn't really an urgent need for them to make one, and 15% said they don't need one at all.
Okay.
So the takeaway from that is I thought we'd keep this really simple. This is not going to be high level estate planning.
Right.
But having a last will and testament, first of all, even if you don't have any dependents, usually when a last will and testament is prepared, some other things are prepared along with it. One of them would be, like, for instance, a durable power of attorney and a health directive. And so most people, for instance, if they get in some type of major trauma or accident, when they're in the hospital, if they're unable to communicate, that's when that would kick in. You know, what their wishes are, whether they want to be put on life support, whether they want these certain procedures done or not done. So that's number one. Number two is if you don't have a will, of course, then basically the state law goes into place about how your remaining assets are distributed. So first of all, what's your take about why so many people don't have a will? Do you have any opinion on that?
Well, you know, if 27% said they don't need one right now, it's not urgent, and 15% that said they don't need one at all, that adds up to what, 37, 42%?
Yeah.
So we've still got 20-something% of people who know that they need a will, they know they need it soon, and they're still not getting it.
Yeah.
So I think that a big part of what's going on is that I really think that there's this strange sort. Well, people procrastinate about absolutely everything. So there's just always that, and I think that, you know, if you weren't required to file your taxes every single year, everyone would procrastinate on filing their taxes too. Even if they were going to get a refund, they'd still procrastinate on filing their taxes. But I think the most important thing is just simple procrastination. But I think for a lot of people, they just don't want to have to think about the issues.
Right. Now I understand. It's a negative issue thinking about, hey, I might not be here at some point.
Right. Yeah.
Now, just the takeaways. You know, one thing with all the technology we have available, there, you know, in the old days, you pretty much either had to write the will up yourself on a piece of scratch paper, or you use an attorney. Nowadays, there's all kinds of all online type systems.
It's really easy.
You know, just plug it in.
Right.
That being said, this article had a couple good ideas I never thought about, but one of them was appointing what they call a digital executor, which basically means that who will have passwords to access all of your different technologies, emails, social media accounts, that kind of thing. Because first of all, if you don't have that in place and you just basically pass away, your social media account will be living in perpetuity if you don't want to. But also, just having access to your financial records, a lot of stuff is all computerized now.
Right,
just to get access to it. And then last but not least, having a will, and just even if it's real simple, just takes away decisions other entities, bodies, government bodies might do to distribute your remaining assets. Now, there are some alternatives to having a will. You can create a living trust. You can, if you have if all your assets are basically retirement accounts, you can use titling, like beneficiary designations. You can do joint with right of survivorship. So there's ways you really just don't want to deal with it, then you might want to think about how you have your assets titled. And that's the takeaway from that. So to finish this episode, if you either are struggling to put a will together, or you want help on titling your assets, please contact Lauren or myself, and we'd be happy to help in that. We have some good attorney referrals that we can do if you want to have attorney help. So anyway, that's the takeaway out of this. So thank you for watching this episode of Erickson TV, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.
See you next time.